So Tyler, so after that, that's when I knew he was lying, and I decided I wasn't gonna be a part of this bullshit anymore. And so when I got back from Thailand, I decided that I wasn't gonna fool with him no more, and that's when I left. When I said I was leaving, hold on a second, you guys. You too. Thank y'all. I was making a transaction. He's not in jail yet, Miss Panama. Okay, so after we left Thailand, that's when I decided I was going to leave, right? So after I left Thailand, my sister was murdered. I had already left the group. This man was calling me on WhatsApp with everybody in that group. First, he was coming to Clubhouse harassing me and saying he was going to take me to court or whatever. And I was like, are you sure? You promise you're going to take me to court? Because he would threaten me, harass me, and everything. And so I just got to the point where, you're not finna do me like that. You know what I'm saying? And then when my sister passed, my sister was murdered. Okay. This nigga calls me on WhatsApp with the whole group of people in there saying, E, people die every day, E. People die every day, E. It's money to be made. That's what he told me. Okay?
No.
Yeah, that's what he told me after my sister was shot in the head by her
Oh
boyfriend.
my God.
And he said that she did it. And I mean, they're still investigating, but my point is he's so insensitive and he probably did that to piss me off. Well, I know he's regretting that shit now because that's my motivation for making sure, well, part of my motivation for making sure his ass go get behind bars because that's ridiculous. Like, why would you call somebody and tell somebody that shit? And see, that's the thing. He's never lost anybody, and I hope he doesn't. I really don't. I don't want him to lose nothing because that's a pain that, it's probably never go away, right? I wouldn't wish it on my
Absolutely.
worst enemy.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he did that, I said, okay, now I got to get my get back. Because, see, I'm quiet. And most of you that know me, y'all know I'm a quiet person. And them the ones you don't fuck with. You don't mess with no quiet people. Because we real devious and we don't stop.
Mm.
As y'all can see, I've been at this shit for 3 years. And guess what? We're getting closer. How you doing? We're getting closer to his demise. Because he's definitely going to jail. Okay, so after this thing, that's when he started, he said he was going to have a meat company, right? Now, in between all this, I showed you the video where he saw an elderly man sleep in his house on the floor. Mind you, this house is empty. He's not using it at this time, but this man is sleeping in this house. So Malcolm turns this phone on and recording, and he starts beating the hell out of this man, telling him to get the hell out of his house. The man says, okay. He's still beating him. And he beat him until he stopped breathing at one point in time. Then he pat him on his back. He started breathing again. And then he started spitting out red stuff out his mouth. So he stopped. That's when he turned the camera off or whatever. But you could pretty much tell what happened to him, right? Because they haven't found him yet. Not in Indiana, okay? They hadn't found him yet. So he went from that to this meat company where he slaughtered a cow in the same trailer as a calf, as the baby, the cow's baby. Slaughtered
Run
her.
that. Hold on.
Right.
Run that back.
Oh, you didn't see that video?
No, ma'am.
Oh yeah, he even went live on it about it. They he pew-pewed. I saw him pew-pew the cow at least 11 times, and then the
What
cow
the?
finally fell. Oh, but that ain't even it. So I don't know how they drain the red stuff or whatever, but he chopped it up, put it in the freezer. Well, this freezer wasn't big enough for this cow because the stuff that, he put most of the meat and it didn't freeze because it was too packed. So he went right back to his campaign members and they bought another one. They bought another freezer. So he separated it. And I'm going to tell y'all how I know for a fact that it was unplugged for at least a week. Okay? His brother his brother, you know Ray, he told him that
Crater
he bought
face.
his parents, right? He bought his parents a generator. And Malcolm told him how dumb he was. Oh, they don't need that. They don't need that. That's stupid. You spend your money on dumb stuff. This is what he told his brother. But just as his brother told him, he said, all right, so when these lights go out, I'm going to make sure I unplug that freezer, and which he did. And those lights were out for like 3 days, 3 to 5 days. He turned the generator on. They were using the generator, but he unplugged those freezers. So I know for a fact, firsthand, that meat was bad. It was really bad. And he still distributed it to people, to several people in several states. He distributed for sale and consumption. He gave it to his own kids. His kids say that meat was bad, that they didn't like it, it was nasty, and he still gave it to people.
And he got the nerve to have a doctorate in divinity. Are you kidding me?
That man ain't got no doctorate in
We missed a
nothing.
part, Erica. We missed a part.
What?
He cut that meat on the ground. He cut that meat on the freaking ground.
I didn't see that part. Did he
Yeah,
video
he did some
that?
of it. He was basically cutting it on the damn ground.
Cause
Wow.
y'all know I left after he tried to pull that stunt when he took us over there to the hotel, quote unquote. And I'm looking around and remember that last auction that we went to, and he was like, we not gonna put no money down, we just gonna bid on everything. I'm thinking to myself, like, nah, I know that's illegal. And after that, I was out.
Yeah.
I was gone after that.
We didn't hear you. You were breaking up, sis. What'd you say?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I heard you when you say y'all went to that the YMCA that he calls the hotel. That's the next story.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I don't think we heard.
So that next morning when we went to the auction, to bid on,
and you knew he was lying.
Yeah, because he's like, we gonna just.
You talking about the auction that? Are you talking about the auction that he told them not to show their ID because he's been purchasing properties, he's never showed his ID? You're a big dummy, because they know exactly who your ass is. They don't know nobody else. And the fact that he told everybody, I mean, we didn't have a problem showing IDs, but when he told everybody, well, I don't want you to bid, y'all don't say nothing, and he was just really wasting those people's time, and they lost a lot of money. And what we didn't realize is they were investigating him from the previous auction that him and somebody else was holding fake dummy cards for to run bids up. I mean, I even have videos where he's teaching people how to run up bids. And that's on my page too. I'm sure y'all seen that for the ones that's been following. But yeah, so from that to what else that nigga did? He done did so much shit.
So much. Oh my goodness.
He done did so much. Okay, that's when they did this Loving County bull. He said he owns Loving County, and then all of them made videos talking about they taking over. And see, this is why I don't feel sorry for any of those people that went to Loving County, because y'all made videos talking about y'all taking over, right? Except take a shower, right? Right, Vixie? And see, that's the thing. There's no running water out there. There's no running water. There's no sewer, and there's no electricity. So when they came out there, Malcolm made those people buy RVs and tents and generators. That was the Tanner starter pack. And so those people, they bought those things. But still, who wants to live somewhere where you can't take a bath? And then they got the kids out there every day playing in dirt, jumping on trampolines. What kind of sheets are they sleeping on? Like, how are they sleeping? Because if y'all can't take a bath, and every day y'all not taking a bath, those sheets gotta be like toe up from the floor up. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be bad. So anyway, they stayed out there and they're still out there, right? So he first got 10 acres the first time, right? Well, they put him off that first property. They had a temporary TRO, and then when they came with the permanent TRO, that was the $220,000 fine, right? So that was just within a month, right? So those people have been there since December, since that Zoom court date, if you guys seen it, you know. And if you haven't seen it, this nitwit got it on his page on YouTube. Like, these people psyched this man up to make him think he did such a great job on defending himself. Not his food on winning the court today and defending himself, or try to defend himself. I want him to defend himself when that Fed case come up. Now, if y'all paid attention to the December Zoom court hearing that he had, at the end, he asked those people. He asked Felder, Sheriff Felder. He said, did you say that myself and co-conspirators were doing organized crime? You know, organized crime on this property. They wouldn't answer. The DA, assistant DA, the assistant attorney general stated that this has nothing to do with this particular case, because they was talking about getting them off that property because of the conditions it was or whatever, and because they was burning shit. Okay, they pooping in buckets and they burning shit in the poop, right? So that's in the Houston Chronicles. If y'all don't believe me, that's there, right?
What?
Yeah, they were burning shit and trash because they don't have no sewer. They don't have anywhere to put the poop. Their bodily fluids. That's what they called it. Bodily, you know, it was a name for it, but shit, in other words, right? You guys, please tap and share.
Their waste.
Waste, human waste. That's what it was. Human waste is what they said, right? So anyway, after that, these people are still out there. He made these people leave their jobs. They quit their jobs. They left their homes. Some of those women were on Section 8, and they left those homes because he promised them a house. Now imagine just wanting a house and you end up in jail with them, because now they're co-conspirators, and they're looking at them as co-conspirators because you guys made those videos and y'all said that y'all was taking over. So y'all just as much in this shit as he is, right? And for the people that left, I'm sorry, y'all still going to jail, because just because you left don't mean that you did not, or you wasn't a part of that fuckery, that bullshit, right? So, oh goodness, y'all, my feet swollen. But anyway, so this is where we are now. The first 10 acres property they did a temporary and then permanent, and his fine was $220,000, right? So he bought another 10 acres with those people money. I'm sorry, you still going to jail was hilarious. Right. So he went on, and he bought 10 more acres, right? Same issues going on with it, right? Guess what? They did another temporary injunction. Court date today was supposed to be a permanent injunction with the fine, but they didn't do that because he was representing himself, and they didn't give him all the evidence that they had on him. So now that he has all the evidence that they have on him, he got 30 days. The judge said he's not playing with him. He coming back to court. You're going to defend yourself or whatever. You're going to get this fine. And what happens after that is the feds, them alphabet boys, going to come in. And mind you, they have all of this information that, I was just giving you guys. They have all that information. They actually have enough to pick him up now, but they're trying to make sure he's done with all the business in Loving County. He gets all his fines and everything from Loving County. But back in Indiana, what's going on? Y'all know that mansion he be bragging about? He no longer lives there. Why? Because it's condemned. It's condemned.
He lost the YMCA?
Yeah, the YMCA is condemned as well.
Wow.
And now he's talking about having 100 women in there, and he wants to pick 30 wives. Where they gonna sleep at?
Ugh.
You can't even get in. And then he said he was doing a boot camp. He who represents himself as an attorney is a fool for a client. Absolutely, Jay. Absolutely. I didn't think he was dumb enough to show up in them people court without a lawyer, because I felt like he was doing a boot camp and the 30 wives thing so he could get some money so he can get an attorney. But he just is fool up. I hope he go on that federal court by himself too. Dumbass. But anyway, he has a lot of charges. That list of charges that I showed you guys, they can charge him with everything on that list. They have receipts. I have receipts for them to charge him everything on that list. Malcolm, you in the hallway. Cause nigga, you going down. You thinking you getting away with stuff, but you're not getting away with anything. You're not getting away with a thing. Because all that shit you don't did to people, you gonna get all that back.
Oh, the way he did Miss Dorothy.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. After she lost her husband and he did her the way he did, that was my final straw. Like if you would do her like that, and she was 10 toes down with him.
Right. Right. She was the secretary, right?
Yeah, she was 10 toes down with him.
In order, keeping everything in order for him. And the way he turned on her and called her a thief, said she was stealing. Nigga, you been stealing from folks all your damn life. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? He calls himself Dr. Malcolm Tanner, Amanda. And he's on this app saying that this is the one that said he was giving away 300,000 homes in the name of Sonia Massey. Rest in peace.
Playing a game with people's family and playing in their face when they going through grieving and like that's crazy. That's a narcissist. He's disconnected.
And then they never built a house there, right? They had 2 years. Not one house has been built. Now, those RVs and the tents, they were supposed to be there temporarily. You know what I'm saying? While it was just there temporary while they got their stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But man, this man is just really messed up these people's lives. Because imagine all you wanted was a house. And now you got to get a permanent house with bars on it because you followed this man and you believed him just that much. But my thing is, y'all can't possibly believe this man. What house has he given away? I have not seen one person, not one person, with keys that walked in the house and said, Malcolm Tanner got me this house. Nobody. And that's the thing. How is he able to get these people for this long, for 4 years? How is he able to keep conning people in 4 years? Why? Because they didn't hear anybody talking bad about him. And that was my issue. I didn't see anything bad about him. I looked him up. I did my research. But I didn't see anything because it wasn't nothing at that time. But now, everything is coming up. This mugshot right here, it came from him assaulting the CPS caseworker that came to his house to check on his kids because they're not in school. Oh, did I tell you that the so-called oldest daughter was supposed to be the judge of Loving County, Texas, right?
Oh my God.
She got home. She was over it. She got home and she walked to the police department. Now, his brother Ray told me this. She walked to the police department and told them everything, said that he doesn't let them go to school because they have to sit there and babysit. One of the kids, the daughters, was locked up in the basement with a dead dog for a whole month for punishment. He cut one of the girls' hair off for punishment. He's evil. He's evil as shit. Now, to my understanding, that oldest daughter is supposed to be with his sister. None of his siblings fool with him. None of them fool with him. Not at all.
Not even Ray no more?
Ray don't fool with him. You know what he did to Ray?
No. I stopped. I just disconnected completely after I left.
Right. So Ray, he was riding with him and his dad. They were on their way to Loving County because he said, I want to take pictures. I want to see because what they showed me looked like a shitter, a porta potty, right? So Malcolm was on live while he was driving talking about giving away houses. And his brother said, you ain't got no damn houses to give to nobody. Well, they started fighting and Malcolm put him out 3 hours away from his home. Put him out. Now, this is how he does his own brother. In fact, him and his brother was at a gas station and Malcolm got into it with some woman, like he always getting into it with some woman. Well, her boyfriend came back bussing. They jumped in the car. His brother got grazed on the side of his face. You know what Malcolm told him? Well, you ain't dead, is you?
Oh, my goodness.
He's awful. So trust and believe. I know y'all probably feeling like, damn, they never gonna get him. They are, but they have to go about things legally and correct first, right? They're trying to get their stuff out the way before the feds get a hold of them, because the feds definitely got charges on them. And he's aware of them. He's aware. I know he's aware of the RICO because he said it. He talked about it in the last case in December, and they told him that was a total different case. That has nothing to do with this case. We're going to deal with this case first, or whatever.
When the feds get on you,
Baby.
that's a for sure shot.
Yeah, and they
That's
take
why they
their
made him
time.
stop talking about they wouldn't he couldn't talk about certain things. They were like, we're
Yeah,
gonna
they made him delete all those
Right.
videos where he was promising people houses. And you know, one thing that the Attorney General, the Assistant Attorney General said that just sticks in my head. He said Malcolm Tanner, and he kept saying Dr. Malcolm Tanner. They call him Malcolm Tanner because you're not a doctor, right? So he said he promised these people houses and provided homelessness. And that's exactly what it is, because that's why those people still out there. He got those people out there thinking they fighting for something. What's up, Rich? How you doing? Welcome.
Hi.
No.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Good evening.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I got you.
And please, where is from the guy?
Fred,
The guy
he's not
who
legit.
has been scammed. Where is from him?
Can you say that again, Rich?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Please, I wanted to know where is from him.
Where is he from? He's from Indiana, South Bend, Indiana. He's taking advantage of people with
Okay.
disabilities, elderly, college students, like just everybody. And he specifically says he wants to help single women with children. And we know that's the most vulnerable in our community anyway, single women with children. And they see most of these people, they were 1 foot in and 1 foot out, facing an eviction already. So they were desperate. I mean, because who else would just leave their job and their home and then go to a place where you just met this man on the internet? You just met him on TikTok. And he's telling you he's going to build you a house. Mind you, no houses were built. And you know what he told the court in December? He said, they are in homes. I did provide recreational vehicles. Is a RV not a recreational vehicle? And he was talking about how they had water, you know, reserves and this and that and the other. The judge wasn't trying to hear that. That's not sufficient. You don't have running water. You got kids out here. Y'all out there burning stuff. Y'all have pipes right below where you are.
That's child endangerment.
Exactly.
He's very, very, very stupid. He's very, very stupid guy. Even God will ask him.
Have you had a run-in with him? Have you given him any money?
I've heard about him before, but I've never give him any money
Good.
before.
Well, that's a good thing, but he's gotten a lot of money from a lot of people. And this is why I'm not going to stop. Like I said, we've been going live exposing him for like 3 years now. And we're just trying to let people know this man is, and this hotel. If y'all remember when he said he had this
And
hotel.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
The only advice I can give you guys, you girls, is there is a lot of scam online, and they are just after you people your money. So you need to be vigilant to yourself and know the kind of people you work with.
Right. So, like, we pretty much know he's a scammer. Most of us do, but there's still people that don't know. He talks a good game. Now, he will tell you about the red 40 in our food. He'll tell you about the preservatives that's causing cancer and all that. So he gives you good information. And see, that's what makes people believe him. You know, he got those people and they're so brainwashed now. Now, mind you, there were several groups. When they come across the live, they out, they leave. But these people that he got off Facebook, they was gung-ho, ready. You know, they were making videos saying that they were going to take over. They're going to be the sheriff. the treasurer, the commissioner. And see, Malcolm told these people, did y'all see the video when he went live, where he went into the sheriff's department and told Larry, I'm going to take your job and we're going to put you on a pink bike and you're going to direct traffic? Yes, Darkest Sunstar, people are still believing him. They're still believing him.
He's very, very, very wicked guy. But I don't have anything to tell him. Since karma is there, karma will judge him.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So
Fred, we all thought he was legit.
everybody thought he was legit, but he's not. You know, like I said, when I found out, that's when I left. And it wasn't until he started harassing me and saying, and by the way, I've been saying the same stuff, even down to him giving his pregnant wife a STD. And he's been saying he's going to sue me, and he hasn't sued me yet. Why? Because he knows I'm telling the truth. And you can sue me if you want to, baby. We're going in the medical records. Because if you sue me, you have to prove that I'm lying.
So please, where are you staying?
Please don't overtalk the host when she talking.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
We're from all over the place. Just 1 second. Let me just finish talking. I'm just going to mute you just for a moment. So basically, after all that, where we are now, we're closer to him going to jail than we were before 3 years ago. Because the problem was that people, they left, you know what I'm saying, because they got scammed and they didn't want nobody to know. I mean, Black people, they get embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? They get embarrassed when they're scammed. So they don't want to say anything about it. And because of those people just going on about their business and not trying to warn the next one, that's why he got away with this for 4 years. Because nobody wasn't speaking. You know, nobody wasn't talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So with this live, we have that conversation so people are understanding. There's been, I can say thousands at this point of people here, you know, talking about what their run-ins with Malcolm or how much they lost behind him or whatever. Okay, the YMCA. He claimed he owned a hotel. He said he was the only Black man that owned the largest. He was a Black man that owned the largest hotel in Indiana. Come to find out, that hotel was a YMCA that he got for $200 from the auction. He says he put $1.5 million in there. Baby, with nothing done.
Yeah.
Nothing was done to that place. They said the top, because, you know, he liked to walk on top of the building. I'm on top of my hotel.
I still got pictures up there of all of us. Yeah.
Right. And they said that if you walked the wrong way, you was going to go through the roof.
Yep.
Because that's just how bad it was. And then what was the guy? I mean, there was been several people. Ed Bounds, he's a podcast from Indiana. He's really big in Indiana. And he even went live talking about him. The guy that he claimed he was going to sue, which was Rashad Tyson, he's from the news department, Channel 22 news department, right? He said that he came on and he told everybody and showed everybody the video of the actual YMCA that he's calling the hotel, and that he's telling everybody that the Masons burnt this hotel down. And what actually happened is that he never boarded up the windows or the doors, right? So because he never boarded up the windows and the doors, the homeless people were just free to come in and out as they please. And those fires came from either they're in there doing rugs, warming up their food, or trying to stay warm. See, it was his fault that he didn't board up those buildings. He blamed it on everybody else but himself. So he was running up in the sheriff's departments, the police departments in Indiana, threatening them. You know, Indiana let him play in their face, but Texas not having it. So the ones that's coming in new that wants to know what happened today in court. What happened today in court, because he's representing himself, they had to give him all the evidence that they have on him, and they're giving him 30 days, and then they're going to go back to court, and he's going to have to try to defend himself. And those people in that group, they got his head so psyched up thinking he did such a good job that first time. Oh, you can do it. You don't need no attorney. Because, see, I thought he was trying to, you know, raise money with that boot camp to get an attorney. Nobody was checking for it. Nobody wanted to do the boot camp. And I don't think nobody wanted to do that 30 wives thing. And now since that 30 wives AI little commercial he had, he took it off of his page. But it's still on my page. Like I said, all of those people that was in that group, they made videos stating that they were going to Loving County to take over, right? So those are co-conspirators at this point, pretty much. Hey, NASCAR. Hey. Yeah, so they're giving him 30 days because they had to give him all of the evidence they have against him since he's representing himself. So we'll see what he do in 30 days. Absolutely, Rich Mason. He's done too much. But like I said, it's in process. So like I said, because he's representing himself, therefore they had to give him all the evidence that they had against him. And because they didn't, they couldn't complete that court today. So he'll be back in 30 days. And the YMCA, which is he calls his hotel, that's been condemned. He doesn't have that anymore. He owed over almost $50,000 in back taxes. The mansion that he's talking about, if y'all pay attention to that video, those windows are boarded up at the bottom. And if you go on I'ma Force's page, and I've shared it on my page as well, reposted it, but it has it's just a lot. He's done too much. And we're just at this point tired of it. So like I said, we keep this conversation open to warn other people. Like, our job is done. The feds got him. He good and gone. He's gone. But it's just a matter of time. And y'all know the feds take their time anyway because they win 97% of their cases.
Yeah, they stuff be solid.
Right.
Cut and dry.
Yeah, 97%. Yeah, he's definitely going to do some time. And unfortunately, those porch puppies, Andre Bradford and Two-Lanes, by the way, they got them on camera, on recording, stealing water. Not once, but twice. But y'all supposed to have all this money, though. Y'all got all this money, but y'all out there stealing water.
What was the light-skinned guy's name with the locks and glasses? He had him and the other girl living in the apartment.
That was the campaign manager, Quade. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah, Quade. He was a good guy too. So
yeah, he's doing really well. He is. They just building it. They still really don't. Absolutely. What'd you say, Michelle?
Oh, I saw Lance go by. So I said, Lance, I said, hey, Lance, because of course I'm going to say something to him because if it wasn't for him and you know.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been still following around this dang dude or whatever.
Yeah, but I think the people that's with him now, hey, Lance, I think the people that's with him now, they're aware he's scamming. They just with the scam, too. Because they're trying to show their loyalty because they're thinking at the end of the day, he going to look out for them. He has all these frivolous lawsuits. Like I said, Grant County, y'all remember when they had those 6 felonies against him that they had to dismiss for whatever reason? I think it was because the Malcolm had got to one of the people that was testifying against him and he compromised the case or whatever because that witness wasn't available anymore. It was something to that sort. But he said he was suing Grant County. What was it for? Oh, gosh, it was so many millions or whatever, 51 million, 80 million, I can't remember. But that was frivolous and that was thrown out. He also said he was going to sue that news reporter for 80,000. Well, no, for 2 million, right? And he said that he's countersuing for 80,000. That one hadn't been thrown out yet. But he also has another frivolous lawsuit in Loving County. He's trying to sue them for 800 million for his so-called rights. He said his civil rights were violated. How is your civil rights violated when you literally came out there with your goons and told these people you were taking over their property and their oil and their jobs? Like, come on, how can you do that? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Hey, NASCAR, welcome.
What's good?
Oh, not much. We're just trying to Make sure this man is going to be put where he's supposed to be put. Like I said, we've done our job. Those people, they know what's going on. Actually, they be on my live watching too. And they hear everybody that comes on and tells, what happened to him or them or how much money he's gotten from them. Like those 2 college students, that was enough for me. $10,000 a piece from those babies. Imagine your child going to college and they run into him and gave him $10,000 from their student loans when they're supposed to be taking care of their studies, their college classes and stuff.
He sure love playing around with Uncle Sam's money, don't he?
Yeah, and not only that, you remember he was doing people's taxes at one point in time, and he still does the people's taxes that's in his group. Because I know he still does Juanita taxes because he talked about her like a dog. He said that he knew she was broke because he had did her taxes. And then said that what he said about her, all you have to do is give her something to drink and smoke and she turned like a doorknob.
All you gotta do is give her something to drink and smoke, and she's like a doorknob.
Yeah,
Everybody
turned
get
like
it
a
turned.
doorknob. She don't slept with Pata, Malcolm, Tulanes, and Andre. And Andre's supposed to be married to Jasmine. And her and Jasmine got into it or whatever, but they right back cool. That's crazy.
They got into it in the clubhouse over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it did happen. It did happen. She done been passed around that whole clubhouse. And then not only that, Malcolm told those women that they could not date anybody outside that clubhouse. Now that's a damn cult. That's a cult. At this point, it's a cult. But y'all stay safe out there because, baby, people act like they really helping you. Mm-hmm. People act like they're really helping you and they not.
Then when he found out that man Frankie was married to white women, he sure enough put us out. We had to go.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. He
Sure.
always talked about how much he hated white people, but he still let them join because they were paying him $100 a month.
That's
Another thing he's doing. Like the people that was out there, that's in the RVs and the tents out there. Like they're being charged $16 a day, but they still have to pay that $100 a month. Because Ashley said, they all made a conscious decision to give him $100 a month. Who does that? For what? Because he cursed them out at one point in time and told them, y'all don't it ain't nobody business what I do with my money. It's my money.
So great. So great.
They made a conscious decision
to give him money.
Yep. Collectively.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's their all business.
Yep.
Yeah. So he has 30 days to defend himself with the evidence that they have against him. And then they're gonna go on and do what they do.
Where's the court case at? Still out in Texas?
Yeah, it was in Loving County, Texas.
He bet not go in front of that man trying to defend himself.
That's his dumb behind. I want him to. I want him to defend himself in federal court. That's what I want him to do. But see, he's coming up with all these different scams because, he needs money. He needs money. And I think that what do you call it? That first thing he was talking about doing, that boot camp, I was thinking he was doing that so he could get some money to get him an attorney. And obviously they wasn't paying him. Ain't nobody finna go stay in that condemned house. Condemned house. I mean, how do people go, what house are they gonna be in? If y'all paid attention to the video that he made, they're standing across the street from this house, right? But if you look at the paperwork that's on I'ma Force's page, that place is condemned because they said the Collins in the front of the house were they were like empty or something and they could fall at any time. And so they've been getting on this man since 2023 to fix those properties.
Oh, you know what? I just thought something.
Ain't they talking about I think Crawfordsville talking about tearing that mansion down.
Yeah, it's done up for demolition.
Now, you remember that day at the auction? I mean, at the courthouse when we were going, and he was making that big commotion about the IDs.
Right.
I have a video of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I got a video of that.
And that's
Yeah,
what he
that's a
was
video.
telling everybody to call your local news reporters and this and that and other. And that's why that news reporter from Channel 22 came on live and showed everybody, because he said, you know what? He's keep telling y'all to blow me up. You can't make me talk about a case that I don't want to talk about. So what he did, he got on there, he told it all. He said, this is not a hotel. This place is dilapidated. He dilapidated an entire block downtown. Like, he's getting these properties from the auction, but he's not doing nothing else with it. He's just getting them just to say he has property. And what he's been doing for those people, those new people in the clubhouse, do y'all know him and Juanita? They went to an auction, and the property that they purchased was after the auction because nobody wanted them. Those things were like $25, if I'm not mistaken. $25 for those properties. Malcolm charged those people in the clubhouse, the new people, they paid $150. The old people paid $75. And he went on live and passing those yellow tax certificates. Because mind you, these are going to be on white paper. It's just ridiculous. He charged them $75 for the old people. The new people paid $150. They didn't pay number $25 for it, right? And I let those people know it's going to say tax certificate at the top. It's going to say how much he paid for it, which is $25, and it's going to have his name or Juanita's name on it. That whole group left, except Tanya, because she thinks she's holding 4 deeds and she's holding 4 tax certificates. And then people probably already got their property back. If not, Malcolm already cashed in on it. It's just, it's awful. It's just real awful. Does anybody have any questions that I may be able to answer for you? You could just request to come up. Who's standing with them still? Andre Bradford, 2 Lanes, Anthony Lanes, Juanita Hunt. She's the so-called vice presidential candidate. Tyree Bradford, that's Andre's so-called wife. They're not even married, but they call each other. They act like they're married. What else? Treasure. That he has a new person, Brandy, and pretty much the same people.
Did we ever find out who the 2 were that was pregnant?
Well, his wife was pregnant. She did deliver. I'm not sure who the other one is. We was thinking it was Treasure, but I don't know.
Hey, I would like to know, how do we get this on YouTube?
Because the court put it on YouTube. It was a Zoom court hearing.
Oh.
So that if people wanted to join it, like I was actually in the Zoom meeting. And if y'all would have seen the look on that man's face when they called my name and he heard my voice. I put a picture on my page about, when I played that part.
Yeah.
And so what would happen if he can get locked up?
Because I'm like, can the feds put it on YouTube? Because people want to know this.
The actual court.
Yeah, the court had it on there.
The court's gonna broadcast it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now that was the first one, but they want him in person. They wanted him in person this time, so he actually went in person. And because he's defending himself, they had to give him all the evidence that they had on him.
Did he take a bath and go in there with one of them Goodwill suits on?
Oh no!
Now he ain't took no baths. So Mr. All Business is asking, so what would happen to them if he can get locked up? I don't understand what you mean, Mr. All Business. The people that's with him, they're co-conspirators.
They all going down.
Right. Because when he gets locked up, they're going to jail with him. Because they were, they They were in on it. They were recruiting people. They were saying that they were taking over. Hey, Shay, welcome.
Did you see that he was asking $3,000?
When they take him down, they
I
gonna take
heard.
all of them down simultaneously.
They're going down together. They don't did all their research, trust me. Every last one of them. Juanita, Treasure, Jasmine, Tanya, Andre, Anthony Lanes, and the husbands. And then Holiday Ham, Ashley. She looked like Uncle Fester now, though.
You know,
She cut all her hair off. So she looked like Uncle Fester now. If he goes to jail, are they going to stand with his foolishness? Okay, so Mr. All Business said if he goes to jail, are they still going to stand with his foolishness? Well, no, because they're going to jail with them. They're listed as co-conspirators now. If y'all watched that court case in December, he even asked, he said, Sheriff Fielder, you did say that you saw me and co-conspirators doing organized crime on this property, right? They wouldn't allow him to answer it because it had nothing to do with that current case. So he's definitely aware that he has at least a RICO charge against him federally. And they just getting all the information they can so they could throw the book at him.
And and Erica, you know why? I have to stay mute on a lot of stuff that's being said, but let's just say some of his cronies that's around him, they gon' when they come down to rounding them all up, some of them gonna have them little long tails running behind their ass. They're gonna make sure they don't go down with his dumb ass.
They ain't got no choice. They going down with them because, like I said, they have videos of those same people saying that they're taking over. So they was with it. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Y'all remember when he was on the Cornell X interview? Cornell X is a black activist in Texas. And he sat up there and lied like I don't know what. So that guy, Cornell, he said, oh, I can't wait to go see all these houses because, he said he built houses, right, with the S. He even lied so bad. He said we put the roofs on. What roof? Because nobody saw a roof. He said after we finished those houses, we left and we felt like we did a good job and came back. And you could tell they pulled those houses with the S down with the rope and a truck. They said they seen truck marks and boot prints. Y'all wear boots too, right? Like y'all just dumb as I don't know what.
But you notice every time they talk about how people so-called went out there with trucks and boot prints and stuff and tore the houses down. You see, he still won't say nothing about how he was out there, how they was out there with the headlights on and had them little kids out there moving wood and hammering nails after midnight.
2:00 in the morning. That's child endangerment and what is it? Child labor?
Yep.
Illegal child labor?
Yeah, illegal.
Y'all remember that video
labor.
y'all remember when Andre Bradford went live and had those 3 little boys on there? It was like 10:30 in the morning. He was like, what are your kids? Where are your kids at? What are your kids doing? They're in school if they're supposed to be. You got these boys out here looking, and it's not their fault, I want to say that. But their hair wasn't cut, they just look dirty. And that's because they don't have running water out there to wash.
Oh, they say the kids. Please save these babies. They don't need to be out there.
Yeah, some of the family members had came and got most of those kids, but when they go back there to check to see if the kids out there, they hide them. Sometimes they're in the hotel room. Oh, and another question that they asked Malcolm today in court. He said, have you spent any time there during the summer months? In other words, do you know how hot it is out there? He lied. He said, yeah, I stayed out there with them. No, you didn't. The only time Malcolm went out there is the first of the month when he wanted to collect money from those people. And he stayed in a hotel then. And then he left them out there. He didn't care nothing about those people. Just like he left those people out there, he's in Indiana and he's still picking up the phone telling them to stay out there, don't leave. He got them thinking they fighting for something. Juanita told him, oh, they can't put us off property we paid for. It's in Malcolm's name. So it's not your property. I don't care how much money you gave him. So are you going to claim those fines too? That $220,000 fine? I think not.
And this is why people don't trust, because our own people do fuck shit. It's annoying.
Right there.
And look, if somebody did want to help people, they're not going to trust no black person. Because look at this shit here. Hey, Influence. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I got your message. So this dude is finally getting what he deserves, huh?
He's getting what he deserves. He definitely is.
Oh
He
yeah, that's
has so
good.
far a $220,000 fine. And he's going to have another fine that's going to be way higher than that because they prolonged it another 30 days because he's representing himself and they had to give him the evidence that they have on him so he can defend himself. He's not going to be able to defend himself.
Nah, he trying to prolong it by doing all of that. I
Right.
mean,
But he's not going to be able to prolong it anymore. They
yeah,
got
it's
him.
not. Nah, it's not gonna work. This dude is a perfect example of people taking from the community, our own community, and people got to realize there's people out here like that. Like I really wanted to do something to this dude, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, it's good to see that
Not the
he
only
getting his.
one. You know, it's plenty of people that want to
Trust
do
me,
something to him,
you
which is
ain't the
why
only
he
one. It's
stays
a
on the
whole,
go.
it's a whole lot of, it's a whole lot of people want to get at him.
Hmm. But he's always on the go. He never stays in one place long because he realizes that he shitted a lot of people and he took a lot of money from a lot of people. He has a crew rep G, but all of them women. Most of them women. I think it's like two men out there, Andre and Anthony Lane, and I can't remember that girl's husband. Imagine your husband out there and got you living out there like that. That'd be grounds for divorce.
My thing, I always wonder. I just wonder one thing: what does he have over those people that's like upholding him like that? Like that's what I want to know.
Brainwash. Some
They ain't
people
got
think he
nothing
may
else
be
to go
doing
back to.
right, that too. And they fell out with their family because of him. I know it was a couple of
Okay,
people. Hmm?
so I'm in Texas. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm in
You're good.
Texas and it gets hot as heck out here. Um, I would go back home. I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't know where y'all come from, but I'd
But
rather
that's the
go back
thing.
home.
I don't think they have any place to go back to. Because remember,
I'll
some of
go
those
be in the
women gave
street
up their
somewhere else.
Section 8. Some of those women was going to Section 8. And they left their Section 8. And they
Yeah.
can't get back on Section 8. You're not going to be able to get back on government assistance
Nope.
after you abandon it. You know?
No.
They probably already moved somebody else in your place. You know?
I start over again.
Ask Juanita, she'll tell you about losing Section 8.
Yeah, she sure lost
She
hers.
sure did lose it.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was on live trying to make me look bad. Girl, sit down somewhere. You lost Section 8. You a whole fool.
That guy, he tripped me out from the start when he said he was building those houses and they look uh like
Porta
huge dog
potties.
houses.
They look like porta potties to me.
Well, they look like an oversized dog house to me.
Yeah. Well, his brother said you couldn't fit 2 Doberman pictures in there. See,
I
y'all
mean,
gotta hear
it's
what his
not.
brother
Hey,
say.
Erica,
Mm-hmm.
Erica, and I don't look. I ain't the one. The gospel, but Sonya Massey's family got a copy of that video.
Right. You're not the only one that sent it to him. Somebody else sent it to him too. I wasn't going to send it to him because I didn't want them to grieve and then have to deal with this man, but hopefully that'll piss him off enough to sue him or come after from some kind of damages, because that's crazy. You say you're giving away 300,000 houses in the name of Sonia Massey for single black women with children, and still have not given away not one home. That's the thing. Nobody has actually said that he gave them anything. Nobody actually said it. You see videos and you see those tax certificates, those yellow tax certificates. They thought that they had a house, but they didn't have anything.
Y'all ought to see the house.
Erica, they did come out and say he gave him something, a ST and a D.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Now, that's definitely true. I can vouch for that. That's definitely true. And like I said, I've been saying the same things I'm saying for 3 years. And he's suing everybody else but me. Suing everybody but me. Like, for real. He keeps saying he's going to sue me. And if y'all go on Erica's house on Clubhouse, that man came in there, thought he was going to harass me, and I gave him the business. I think I cussed that man out for like an hour and 45 minutes. And he didn't deny anything I said. Only thing he was worried about is what Anthony Tulanes and Joe Planet said about him. But remember, Joe Planet said he gave him 11 properties. But then when they started building that 3-wall little doghouse, the first one, when they started building that, a guy asked, he said, well, what would make somebody move out of their house that y'all got running water and you could flush your toilet, electricity, to something like that? And he said, I would love to live there. I'm homeless. How are you homeless and you've been telling these people for at least 2 years that Malcolm gave you 11 properties? Why are you homeless? Because all of them homeless now. Because all they doing is riding around in the car with him. And his newest person is Brandy. And she has like 5 kids. And she has a wonderful children's father. And y'all remember that video where she said, don't get mad at us because y'all fumbled the bag. No, bitch, you fumbled that bag because Vaughn was good to you and those kids. And the fact that you're trying to keep him away from his kids, baby, you finna lose custody in a minute. And that's all I could say about that. And like I said, NASCAR, you know, it's only so much I could say on